In a world designed to control your decisions, shape your behavior, and pressure your beliefs, there's one skill that separates the powerful from the powerless: the ability to resist manipulation. This is not just a social tool, it's a survival skill. And no one understood this better than Niccolò Machiavelli. Machiavelli wasn't a monster. He was a realist. He knew the game of life is played not with kindness and smiles, but with force, leverage, and psychological strategy. The Machiavellian mind is not cruel, it is clear, and that clarity is what protects you. So if you're tired of being used, tricked, or emotionally hijacked, if you're ready to live with strategic strength, then listen closely. These 8 rules will teach you how to move like a Machiavellian, so no one ever manipulates you again. Not your partner, not your boss, not your family, not your friends. Rule 1. Conceal your intentions. The first rule of Machiavellian defense is to become unreadable. If people can't predict you, they can't control you. Modern manipulation starts with transparency traps. You're encouraged to open up, be vulnerable, and share your feelings. But understand this: the more people know about your dreams, fears, and triggers, the easier it is for them to manipulate you. Concealing your intentions isn't about being cold. It's about being wise. Keep your future goals wrapped in silence. Let others guess. Mystery isn't weakness, it's shielded power. You don't know your plan to anyone. When they ask, smile, and change the subject. Control the narrative by starving them of ammunition. Rule 2. Don't outshine the master. This is the trap of pride. You think being the smartest in the room earns respect. Often, it earns resentment, especially when the people above you feel threatened. People don't like to feel inferior, even as someone who deserves to be above them. Machiavelli warned that when you rise too fast or shine too bright, those in power will feel the need to put you back in your place. And they'll do it with subtle sabotage. The solution? Be strategically humble. Let them feel smarter. Let them feel dominant. You don't need credit. You need control. And that comes from playing the fool until you're in a position where nobody can touch you. Rule 3. Master the art of absence. Too much availability breeds contempt. When you're always there, you become a background noise. Easy to ignore. Easy to take for granted. Machiavellian movement is about controlling your presence. Silence, distance, and withdrawal are weapons. They create anxiety, uncertainty, and curiosity. If someone disrespects you, vanish. If someone takes you for granted, go cold. If someone pushes a boundary, disappear. Your absence should feel like a void they can't fill, because that's when the manipulator loses grip. They can't work a puppet that's not in reach. Rule 4. Learn the language of power. Manipulators speak in emotional hooks. They use guilt, pity, shame, and fear to pull your strings. If you respond emotionally, they win. Every single time. The Machiavellian response is different. It's not loud or angry. It's calm, precise, and cutting. You must observe what's behind their words, not just the words themselves. Are they using guilt to get you to comply? Are they gaslighting your memory to weaken your resolve? Are they love bombing you to gain quick loyalty? Recognize patterns, not feelings. When you can name their weapon, it loses its edge. Power isn't about fighting back. It's about disarming them with clarity and stillness. Rule 5. Cut off the parasites. There are people in your life right now who feed off your energy. They come to you when they're low. They lean on your empathy. They drain your time, attention, and spirit, then disappear when you need them. These are emotional parasites, and Machiavellian men don't negotiate with parasites. They remove them. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to you. You don't have to explain your boundaries. You don't need to heal others at the cost of your own peace. Move like a man who protects his energy, because your attention is currency, and manipulators will steal every drop they can. Rule 6. Never argue with fools. Manipulators thrive on chaos. They bait you into arguments not to solve problems, but to distract and destabilize you. They twist your words. They bring up the past. They cry victim while they attack you. It's a trap. Machiavelli taught that when your enemy is irrational, you must become silent. Don't match chaos with chaos. Withdraw. Let them burn alone. Because when you argue with a fool, observers can't tell the difference. Your power lies in your ability to remain calm, composed, and unbothered. That shakes a manipulator more than any rebuttal ever could. Rule 7. Cultivate strategic allies. The Machiavellian doesn't move alone. He chooses his allies carefully. He surrounds himself with people who are useful, loyal, and intelligent. Don't mistake this for using people. It's about reciprocal strategy. Help those who help you. Share loyalty where it's earned. But never tie your fate to someone who's inconsistent. Manipulators isolate you. Allies fortify you. Build a circle where information flows both ways. Where warning signs are shared. Where silence is respected and strategy is valued. In a manipulative world, a few strong allies are worth more than 1,000 friendly faces. Rule 8. Become the puppet master, not the puppet. Here is the highest Machiavellian move. Don't just avoid manipulation. Understand it. Know how it works. Know how people are moved. Know what drives them. Then you're no longer the target. You're the tactician. This doesn't mean becoming a villain. It means becoming aware. Because when you understand how the world really works, you stop being a victim of it. Learn persuasion. Study human weakness. Understand behavioral patterns. And then, instead of reacting to the game, you start setting the board. The man who cannot be manipulated is powerful. But the man who understands manipulation, he is untouchable. Final words. These aren't rules for the faint of heart. They require discipline, self-control, and brutal honesty. But they also grant you something rare, true sovereignty. When you move with Machiavellian clarity, people stop playing games with you. They stop trying to fool you. They feel your distance. They respect your silence. They fear your perception. Because manipulation doesn't work on the man who moves like a shadow and strikes like a strategist. This is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming clear. You're not a pawn. You are the player. And now you hold the rules.